Hello, students. I'm just starting off with this example project portfolio. This is what my expectation is that you turned in, and then the next step with this item that you turned in um, previously is to do your final presentation with it, just like at the end of semester one. So, although many of you have done this as a group in your construction crews, I would like individual presentations from each group member to be turned in. This is going to be an example of what it looks like on Screencastify. You also have the option of just recording it directly with your Chromebook webcam. So in the case that you record it with your Chromebook webcam, you would only be recording you giving the presentation, and I wouldn't be able to see the slides, but since you've turned them into me, then I could just look at them. And mostly what I'm looking for here is for you to just talk about in a casual way a summary of what you've completed using your technical vocabulary and the things that you've learned about, the tools that you've learned about. And I'm not looking for you to read these slides. So let me go ahead and give you an example of that. And without further ado, I'm going to just begin giving the presentation here. So let's just jump right in. So now I'm going to pretend to be you, and this is my modeling behavior of what I would like to see submitted if you do the Screencastify model. If it's in the other format where you just record yourself with your webcam, then the words would be the same, except the video, instead of being the presentation, will just be of you kind of talking to the screen, and then that will be the same presentation aspect of this that I'm looking for. Okay. Hello, my name is Willie Wildcat, and I'm in construction technology. This is my scale model house project portfolio. The picture that you're looking at here is our floor plan. So we designed this, and 1/4 inch on this grid paper equals 1 foot in real life. So that's our scale that we're using here. All the bedrooms and rooms are labeled. We created a different scale grid on the 2 foot by 2 foot plywood, and this different scale is 1 inch equals 1 foot. And we're going to, then the next step on day 3 is when we actually transferred those rooms and the floor plan to the plywood. The next, on day 4, we were putting on these pieces, and these pieces represent the cement foundation that the floor joists are going to rest on. We cut all the wood for the floor joists, and then we put it together with the brad nails and the brad nail pusher. Some of them we had to hammer in, but this is what it looks like when all the floor joists are done. Day 7, we went to the next step where we were putting in the plywood subfloor, and we had to figure out exactly how we were going to attach them so that they all connected nicely and we were able to nail them to the floor joists that were below each one of them. Day 9, we cut all of our pieces and then put all of our pieces onto the floor joists, and so here's our completed subfloor picture. Then we completed the grid again to begin the transfer of the floor plan that we had made. So then we transferred all of those rooms onto the grid again. This is going to be how we line up the walls. We made the walls, they were kind of hard, but putting them in the jig allowed us to get them all to be the right size so that they'd all be the same height. Day 13, this is where we're really all working on the walls together, and we're starting to try to see how they're going to fit with each other. Day 14, we started to actually put in the doors, and they have a different structure than just the solid walls because they have the header on top. Here's some more examples of the walls that we were creating, and another wall. This is where our group really started to speed up because multiple people were working on multiple walls, so things started to go a lot faster. The reflection, this is a really great project, and it was faster when everyone was helping with it. We really look forward to finishing this project and like working together and learning about new aspects of building a house. Thank you. The end. Okay, so that didn't take too long, and so in summary, I'm just going to say the presentation is very casual. I know from supervising your groups every day that you worked on these projects, what you were capable of, all the skills that you were learning. This process is just about confidently making a presentation. You have to talk about your ideas and your skills in this context, because when you go to talk to somebody about actually doing a project for them, let's say it's you're going to interview for a job in construction, you're going to want to be able to confidently say, oh yes, I understand that the studs need to be spaced 2 foot on center. Oh yes, I know how you should arrange the plywood if you're putting it down for the subfloor. Oh, I know what nails are. These things might seem simple because you've used a lot of the vocabulary in class, but they will allow you to confidently talk about your own skills and hopefully get that job that you're wanting in construction. I really think that this is a great example that these students completed, and I'm not looking for anything too long as far as how many minutes this presentation is. There's not really a threshold. Just kind of confidently go through each slide and give me your interpretation of each slide, what your impression of each slide is. If it's not much, don't say much. Just go on to the next thing. If you have a comment that has nothing to do with the slide, like, oh, I remember there was this safety aspect on this slide. Oh, nailing this actually split, and the nail came out, or the wood came up on us. You could talk about just your experience as you're going through this as well. So mostly I'm looking for your confident conversation to come out in this final. You have plenty of time to complete the final, and I look forward to you submitting it in a video or a Screencastify of yourself. I hope this helps, and please feel free to contact me with any questions that you might have, and I will be sure to get back to you and help you complete this assignment. Have a great day. Goodbye.